What is going on, everybody? I know you saw that Rise of Skywalker trailer today, and I know that I am not alone when I say that I was so overjoyed to see some great footage from D23 regarding the Rise of Skywalker, everybody. Just so many different things we got to see. The beginning of the footage starts with this nice montage of the original series, then it fades right into the prequel series, and just to note, I'm actually watching this while I break down the theories and what I think my theory is about this new D23 footage, guys. So I've got some Rise of Skywalker theories to talk through, and one theory that I think could be actually it, guys. But before we dive in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, share, follow us for some more Geekly goodness straight to your notifications, everybody. But let's not keep you waiting. Let's get back to the video, everybody. So wow, so many theories circulating the internet today, and honestly, I'm scratching my head at all of them because I feel like we did this for every single new Star Wars movie that's come out ever since probably episode 4, and we've been wrong in most of them. So I really want to focus on what could possibly be correct. Let's look at that scene, and specifically, I'll freeze it, what everybody has been talking about. That's right, everybody. Rey with the double-sided red lightsaber that flips and stays into a double-sided lightsaber like Darth Maul's. Oh my goodness. If you didn't get excited when you saw this, I don't know who you are, because I was stoked when I saw this picture. When I saw this video. Wow, what is in my head right now? Anyway, back to it. So I'm going off of Inverse.com's list. There's plenty more theories out there. I'm also going off of one that I think is absolutely accurate, and Stu from Geekly Goods actually had a theory that he saw on Reddit that really got my head rocking. But I just want to start with the first one. I know we've all got questions as to if Rey is on the dark side, why does she have the red lightsabers, what's going on? And there are some popular theories circulating around there, and I just wanted to explore those and then talk about the theory that I think could probably be the most correct, or I guess it might even be my theory. I don't know. Reddit probably beat me to the punch, let's be real here. But I want to start with the very first kind of most outlandish, maybe not even outlandish, but the most, I don't know, I hate to say it, but the most dumb one in my opinion. I don't know. I'm the clones, the possessions. I don't see possession in Star Wars future. And I think it's kind of just cheap writing, if I'm not gonna lie. Like, oh my goodness, unless he had been possessing her this whole time. If he just like randomly possessed her, I would just think that would be kind of a weak theory. I don't know. I'm not really on board. There's a little weight behind it. I mean, why would she be looking for Luke in the first place? Because of that? Because he's possessed her? I don't know. I just weigh in and let me know what you think about that theory. I think that's kind of a lazy one. Mind control, like, come on. Like, as if we haven't seen this in movies so many times before. Anakin was not mind controlled, but he was manipulated. And if it was something like that, I think I could really get behind it a lot more. But there hasn't been nearly enough build up for her to be manipulated to the dark side. Come on now, all of us will be gravely disappointed, and a lot of us were very disappointed by The Last Jedi, so they really can't cut this from the movie. Let's be real here. Now, some examples being the Avengers Infinity War scene when they're running at the very end of the trailer. That was cut from the final cut, but honestly, that's like one running scene toward the end. Like, that really didn't shift the story for me. It would really change things up, and it would really change my anticipation and my hype for this movie if this scene is not in the film. Now, I really like this theory, and it really does mirror episode 5 when Luke sees the Darth Vader helmet and then he sees himself inside of the helmet. I do like that moment for Luke because he realizes that, the dark side does exist and he does have it within him. It is inherent in his nature. Now, I would love a scene like this with Rey, but again, that feels kind of cheap, and it feels like retreating back to the original trilogy to tell a different story. So you're using the same elements but different characters. I can't really get behind that one. And if it is, it really does put a lot of weight to the scene in The Last Jedi where Rey is looking in all those mirrors and crawls to that spot under the earths of that island. It really does justify her going to the dark side. It would solidify the darkness that is within Rey. And I would like it, but at the same time, we've seen it before, and I really hope they take a new direction this time. Now, another theory. I could see this being feasible. Maybe while Kylo was raging and becoming more angry and looking for Rey, maybe the First Order this entire time has been building a clone of Rey with the help of Darth Sidious. Now, I would actually love this to happen because I feel like it would be cunning, it would be something the dark side would do, and it would show a side of Rey that's unhinged, because I feel like, any Jedi has to have control, but imagine this Rey that can use her anger, her rage, her power, her pure hatred to crush through anything in her path. I'm behind the clone theory. I really hope it is a clone, and if it is a clone, please don't have her be a clone of Palpatine. Come on, we thought that theory all the way since Force Awakens. I don't know about that one. Come on, rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. I love her as Princess Leia. I loved her as an actress, but I just don't know if I want her to be the hero of the new trilogy. Like, I want some fresh, new characters to be the heroes of this trilogy, this new franchise. Like, I want some fresh faces to be the actual heroes. And now, this brings me to the next theory, and kind of one that is similar to my theory. Now, there aren't really any Sith anymore. There are dark side users, Kylo Ren and possibly the Knights of Ren. However, what if Kylo were to turn to the light side and she had to bring the balance? Well, that's exactly what this theory is saying. Vader supposedly killed the Sith, but I don't know, this one doesn't have a lot of weight to me because even in all these trailers, we're hearing Darth Sidious. So I feel the Emperor, excuse me. We're hearing the Emperor, so I feel like there's still dark presence around. Now, my theory is that Rey is not evil at all. My theory is that Rey is actually a gray Jedi and understands that you have to use not only the light side of the Force, but you also have to use some of the dark side of the Force to complete your goals. My theory is Rey is defeated by Kylo. She's not enough for him because his pure anger and hatred will overcome Rey and defeat her at the end of the day. And I think him and the Knights of Ren will battle her, and she will have to succumb to some of the dark side's power in order to defeat them. I believe that Rey is not a Jedi nor a Sith, but a Force user that uses both the light and the dark to do what's best for the greater good. That's just my theory because Rey has been built up to be this heroic character, this person who is quote-unquote whose parents are not important to the story. Now, Stu, another member of the Geekly Goods crew, actually found a theory on Reddit that suggests that Rey could possibly have been a perpetrator for Palpatine the whole time. And the reason why this blew my head open over the clones, over the possessions, is because, think about it. She did search for Luke, and what was her big, solid reason to search for him? Oh yeah, she stumbled upon his lightsaber, but it could have been all a part of the setup. Why did the lightsaber call to her? Why did the lightsaber come to her naturally? I think this is a pretty big possibility, and not to mention, she is just this powerful Force user, pretty powerful, guys. She's levitating rocks by the end of The Last Jedi and could barely move them at the beginning. This is a pretty convincing theory, and I would love it if he did come back and he awakened her in a sense. Like maybe he created her, or, you know, he took a Jedi child and embedded the dark side of the Force within her and promised to come back. And when he came back, he would activate the dark side of the Force within her and use Rey as a beacon to become the new Sith Lord. That would be freaking awesome. But guys, let us know what your theories are for The Last Jedi. Wow. Let us know what your theories are for Rise of Skywalker. I mean, there are so many out there that the internet is just flooded with them, and any of them could be a possibility, but to be honest, we could easily be overthinking it, and it could easily just be a dream sequence. But guys, let us know your thoughts down in the comments, and as always, like, subscribe, share, and join the Geekly Goods crew for our next video, you all. We'll see you next time on Geekly Goods. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow Geekly Goods on all social media platforms, and grab something from our store. We take $1 of every purchase and donate it to arts education to keep arts in the classrooms. We'll see you next time.